Oh, my bad.
Josh this morning. Talked to Josh this morning about you're obviously a lot more attention in the last few weeks. Can you take us through that and how you approach that when they're obviously doing stuff to you more so than they did earlier?
Honestly, it's been since last year. Been getting more attention. It's part of the game. It's a sign of respect, and that's something I look forward to every day. Coming out to practice, it's the same thing. They're giving me, they're making it hard on me, and that's what I want. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to get better and find ways to help this team win and affect the game any way I can.
Josh said actually, I don't know if it's a training camp, whatever, you requested double teams and chips and everything like that because you knew what was coming.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's at the end of the day. I want to be the best player I could possibly be, and I feel like every single day I'm working towards that. And I don't want it to be easy. I don't want one-on-ones all day. It's not realistic. It's not how it's going to be in the game. So, yeah, I asked Josh right before training camp. I was like, make it hard as you possibly can for me, and he definitely went through on his promise. But I appreciate him for that. That's what it's all about.
You guys watch a lot of tape. When you watch a team get sacked 9 times in the previous game before you guys, what does that tell you?
Honestly, it's every week is different in the NFL. Every team is going to be attacked in different ways. Every coach has a different scheme. So, watching the film, I feel like the Patriots did a good job of getting after the quarterback, and just that has nothing to do with us though. At the end of the day, we have to go out there and do it, and just take it one play at a time and see what we can do.
As kind of the defense is trying to find its own way, you put even more pressure on yourself each week to kind of lead?
I don't, honestly, I don't look at it as putting pressure on myself. I just feel like as a team, I try to be here I try to just be a light every single day. Come in here with great energy. Be the best version of myself every single day, and that's all we can ask for. And we got great guys in this locker room, and we all want to win. So for me, like a day like today, it's cold out, a little bit cold outside. We're coming off another loss, and it's like you can either fall into the trap of feeling bad for yourself, or you go out there and get better. And I feel like that's what it's all about.
Is it easy to fall into that trap, to get down on yourself, especially for maybe these younger guys who haven't experienced anything like this before?
I feel like everybody's has their own experience. I can't speak for them, but it's not. Obviously when you're 2-6, it's tough sometimes, but it doesn't matter. You got to go out there and you got to practice every single day. You got to get better, and you got games to win on Sunday. So, you could either fall into it, which, like you said, it can be easy if you let it, but it's all mentality. Just coming in with the right mindset to get better every day.
Max, when you may have answered this, I apologize if you did, but when after Sunday, when the talk is 3 17-point blown leads and it's the defense, and in reality, there's a lot more that goes into it. When you look at how many times the offense was out on the field, very limited. You guys are going to get tired. Does it become offensive to your unit? It's not all on the defense.
You can look and point the finger anywhere you want. When you lose games, everyone is trying to find somebody to blame. And that's just part of this game. At the end of the day, it's a team sport. We all have to do our job at a high level, and we haven't been doing a good enough a job on either side. So we know that, and it's just about playing 4 quarters or more, regardless. We got to stay locked in, and everybody's got to be on the same page, and we're working towards that.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. This Eastern Michigan being well led.
Oh, yeah. Huge. I'm fired up for my guys. Coach Creighton, Coach Needham, the whole squad over there. I'm super proud of them. He's turned that program around. I think we've made a bowl game 4 out of the last 5 years, and before that it was like 27 years until we had a winning season. So it's honestly incredible the things he's done there, and I look forward to going there this offseason and seeing everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Got a lot of guys that can create turnovers, and their secondary is pretty good. So.
Last question, but when you look at this team, how good is it to be back home, in your stadium, in your bed? I mean, is this exactly what the doctor ordered?
I mean, for me, it's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. So, I'm happy to be home. So
awesome. Thank you.
I remember after the Texans game, you brought up that watching Dameon Pierce do his thing on the field motivated you. Going against a guy like Jonathan Taylor, that just like you, four guys out. How does that go?
Yeah, man. I met him his rookie year. Obviously, Alec played with him in college, so I spoke to him a few times. And the dude is good. He's a great back. So I'm glad that he's finally healthy and be able to do what he do.
Obviously, you guys went through what you guys went through last year. Seeing what Indianapolis is going through, that you think that's going to motivate them a little bit more? Or?
I don't know. I'm not in a locker room for real, so I don't know how things are over there. But I know that they're gonna come out with some juice.
This stretch of games, 4 out of 5 on the road, having this one sandwiched in the middle, how key is it for you guys getting back to the win column ahead of that 2-game road trip in Denver and Seattle?
I feel like every week is big to get a win, especially in this league where it's so hard to get one. So yeah, we'll see how I go. I appreciate it.
Thank you. What do you think about joining the Raiders?
Super excited. Great opportunity. I'm just happy to be here. Ready to work hard, give everything I got for this team. Unfortunate situations didn't work out in my previous situation, so I'm excited for a new opportunity.
What have you seen from the team scheme and from what you've seen so far on video and now your first day of practice?
Team scheme looks good. A lot of zone, a lot of man, cover 4. A lot of variation, so liking that. A lot of talented players on this team. We just got to find a way to put it together.
Sidney, what do you think you bring to the table as far as your skill set?
Pretty much everything, versatility, outside, inside, ball skills, competitive nature, just going to compete, man.
And from the coaching standpoint, and as far as teaching techniques, is that something that is kind of ingrained in you in terms of learning those fundamentals?
For sure. Everybody has a different way of doing things. So just kind of like learning this scheme, learning the ways here, trying to just put my head in the playbook and learn as much as possible.
All right, thank you.
How hard is it to come mid-season into a system rather than having OTAs and a training camp to kind of get a feel for it?
I wouldn't say it's the easiest thing in the world. Definitely doable. Being a vet, I think it makes it a little bit easier than kind of just being a young guy. So I kind of have a little bit more experience. So it makes it a little bit easier in that sense.
There's a lot of youth in that cornerback room, and you being a veteran, do you plan on giving that experience to them, helping them go up with you?
I think they're teaching me right now. So as I grow and I develop within this scheme and system, I definitely here to help anybody.
From a mindset perspective, to where you went from where you were and how that season was going to a team that's kind of struggling a little bit to find themselves, like how difficult is that to kind of adjust to your mindset to get ready to play for them?
At the end of the day, keep the main thing the main thing. It's football. Obviously, Seattle kind of starting to find their groove, and Raiders are struggling just a little bit. So we gotta figure it out. But that's football. It's ebbs and flows of the seasons. You just gotta figure it out and coach it. And as players, we gotta be better. So basically, it's just football at the end of the day.
It seems like you brought the weather from Seattle with you. Do you
I
prefer
did.
cold weather or hot weather?
Hot weather for sure. It's not bad though. It's not terrible. I'm used to it.
What do you make of Las Vegas so far? What's stood out about being here?
Everybody's work ethic. Very, very into the work part, and I love that. I feel like it's a culture that makes everybody accountable. If you're not working, you can see that. So I feel like just go out there and bust your ass every day. Good things will happen.
I know you mentioned Seattle didn't turn out the way you wanted, of course, but what was that like bouncing back from that? I guess your mindset from that perspective, was it hard for a few days not knowing where your next opportunity would be, or how'd you keep your head straight after that?
I just knew other opportunities would arise. I knew my playing days aren't over. Whether it's figuring out on somebody's practice squad and working my way up, or being active and working my way up. I've been here before in situations where it hasn't been all glory and glitz and glam. I had to grind and get out the mud, so this is just another one.
Was the opportunity one thing that drew you to the Raiders, knowing you'd have a chance to contribute right away, presumably?
I had a few other opportunities. I gravitate towards the West Coast. My family grew up in LA. My family's 4 hours down the road, so and I love Las Vegas. Like, I come here every offseason, just citywide. So I just love the city.
Yeah. What do you love about the city? What's brought you here?
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Natural for you?
Yeah, it's natural.
Family from LA, Raider fans out there, or
a lot of Raider fans.
So they're going to be making a lot of trips up the 15 up here.
Yeah, everybody's excited.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're hamstring strain, you really can't run, so it's not much you can really do. And you know, you gotta make sure that you're 100% before you go out there. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, input myself back into practice. But if I know I'm not gonna be effective and I go out there and run, and you know, you run 5 plays and then it's right back to square one. It's just not smart, and I don't think it's really served the team as far as longevity for the season, because I want to be able to go out there and be, you know, available consistently. So that's what I'm trying to focus on right now.
And as somebody, you come back from hamstring injury before, what is the benchmark, the kind of the point you have to be back at before you feel comfortable going back out there and being able to perform, you know, at your highest level?
It's got to be able to, you know, go through a whole practice. I mean, we practice almost like 2 full hours. And then being able to string multiple practice days in a row together before you step out there, play on the game. You can't just kind of just wait around and then just throw yourself out there on Sunday. You really got to prepare, get yourself back into a rhythm. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
And just for yourself, you know, while you aren't playing, obviously you're giving effort to go on game days, things of that nature. How do you kind of keep yourself in that preparation mode? You're practicing and then kind of going through the mental process and game planning, even if you don't end up being out there.
Staying locked in the meetings, staying locked in with guys, offering any kind of information I can offer in the meeting, especially for tight ends. But yeah, just staying involved in the game plan, being active in it on sideline, listening to what's being called and whatnot. Just, you know, everything I can do that's not physical.
How much different was the preseason one, training camp one, to this one, if you had to compare left leg, right leg to the hamstring injury?
It's fairly similar. Just like one was one leg, one was the other. It's not really much of a difference.
Thank you, Darren.
Sorry.